And we are live. Okay, fix this real quick. Okay, I'm crazy. My hat looks crooked. Hey. How's it going? I am multitasking per the usual. What's up, y'all? Let me know who I have, please. Hello, darling. What's up? What's up? Happy Thursday. Another Thursday. Hey. Let's talk about it. Digital products. Hi. Welcome. I'm multitasking, y'all. I want to talk about digital products, okay? Listen, and the future of digital products, and honestly, my 2 cents that no one asked for. But let's talk about it, okay? So I'm gonna just jump right on in. Y'all, feel free to chime in. This is a really open discussion, right? So feel free to do your thing and let me know what you think. So I have had a lot of time to really, explore other ideas of making like online, income online and other than YouTube, which is one of the obvious ways I make money online, right? But as of lately, and to be quite honest with you guys, for those of you who know, I work a full-time job that is becoming demanding, and I say that in honesty. I don't say that from like a, oh my gosh, I loathe this. I say that from like my job can be pretty demanding. It takes a lot, in me to perform well in my job, right? So with that, I have realized that, I'm actually not opposed to digital product. I've never been opposed to digital products, honey. Let me just tell you that right now. But I'm also willing and wanting to explore, excuse me, creating the digital products that I feel are going to just be different than what other people make, right? Like other people talk about making these, what is it? A lot of people are on like the Stand Store account. I will talk about that here in a second on what I personally think about this, but um anyway, let me not go off on my tangent too deeply. Digital products to me are super amazing. And I think that once you really tap into a really good demanding market, you can 100% be successful. And I love seeing people's success and testimony from that. So let me just say that I definitely want to have a positive aura when I talk about digital products. My opinion is just my opinion, just like a booty hole, right? Everybody got them. But when I say that, I mean to say, like, when you dive into digital products, and I've always been this woman, I will always be this person because this is who I am authentically. I'm not jumping on everything that everybody else is doing. So, a lot of the Stand Store content and how people are using like other like resale licenses, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. To me, the thought of like me buying something, yes, I know the purpose of it is for me to buy it for reselling purposes, right? And to also profit off of it. That's not original. And I just want to say that I still enjoy the originality of creating. I still like the fact that, and I also want to say, I have not done my full research on the stand store. I'm merely just talking out my mouth about what I just see in short clips and YouTube videos. I really don't know the ins and outs. So I'm also coming from a place of ignorance of like, I really don't know. But just from what I've been told, this doesn't seem like this is for me. I like to put stuff together too much, and I'm gonna stick to that. And that's just the hill I'm riding on, right? I'm just gonna sit on this hill, and that's okay. So digital products for me is still something that I still want to enjoy putting together, right? I purposefully don't feel the need, you know, to use what other people are doing nowadays, like using the reselling rights route. Shout out to them, kudos to them. Um, I'm not knocking it, but that's just not for me. And I've realized a long time ago that I'm just, I go to the beat of my own drum, so I know that that's not for me. I feel like they're like glorified salespeople, and I'm just like, I don't know. So you think you can make it your own. Okay. Okay. Well, you teaching me something. That's cool. I mean, I would imagine, I'm merely just saying, like, I would imagine you can, but that just doesn't sound interesting to me, honestly, if I'm just being frank. So, digital products in the future of what I think is like, I feel like there's still opportunity to create a good income, a strong income from digital products. And, I don't want people to feel intimidated that they have to do what other people are doing, right? So for me, I just feel like that's just where I'm at, right? That's just my thought process, and I just feel like that's just where I'm at right now. So with that, as I've been doing my product research, right, and I am discovering more digital product types to sell. I mentioned this in my last live. I'm not sure if you guys were able to catch that or if you watched the recording, but I mentioned last week, y'all, that I have discovered like, making digital products for professionals in the corporate space is actually a gold mine. Hear me out. Hear me out. When people are, let's just say you have a interview opportunity and you have to create a presentation. I, for one, have personally had that experience where I had to come up with a PowerPoint, whole PowerPoint, okay, to pitch to this potential job. And I put myself on the spot. And that was just one of their qualifications to get that job. Okay, cool. And with that, I had to create the whole PowerPoint from scratch, right? And throughout my research, I've been seeing like, yo, people are selling like PowerPoint presentation templates, Google Slide templates, right? When you think about how you can make other people's lives easier, I just feel like that's where you become really successful. So I'm gonna stop right there because I feel like I'm missing some comments too. So y'all saying it's to let you be creative while making money. It's no downtime. What do you mean by that? And they're called MRR. Yeah, yeah, thank you. The MRR and the PLR, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Again, I'm not an expert, so clearly you guys are teaching me more than I know. With so whatever it's called, that's just not my lane, right? And I'm just sticking to that. So with that though, I've just discovered that being able to create resources for working professionals and business owners, creatives, there's still so much opportunity in that. um and I think that that's just the way to go. So I see a lot of people doing it, and I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I definitely want to look into like the MRR and the PLR, whatever. And, I can explore that on my own, but just off the bat, I'm just like, man, a lot of people are jumping on this, or people are just selling the same thing over and over. Like, what's really the tea? Like what's going on? Um, and again, I haven't done my full research, so I'm gonna just, completely admit to girl, I don't know all this. I hear stuff I just know through hearsay. So I know through hearsay, and I'ma just, go with that. So yeah. Yeah. Hey, Valerie. See, Valerie understands. Valerie, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, when it comes to being original, I'm just like, who said that everybody had to start selling all this? I personally enjoy putting stuff together to sell and being original. Again, I am okay with that. That's something I'm happy with. And I'm not knocking those who wants to go that route, but I'm just like, where is the originality in all this? To me, originality is how you are creative. And you guys, yes, this is my opinion, and I'm not knocking anybody else's opinion. I'm just speaking from my heart. But it's just like I never signed up to buy something from somebody just to resell it. That's just not my ministry. I signed up to put, my brain juices, let them flow creatively, and then try to make something that I know through research and through hard work will make it work for me. That's the reward that just is it hits my heart different. So Valerie, you get it. I'm just like, and honestly, I don't blame it. Etsy has a lot of restrictions. So I'm not surprised that they're going to crack down on these PLR products. Not surprised at all. And honestly, I'm happy I'm not in that boat, right? Because it's like, why work so hard to create this listing and create this store to potentially be compromised and shut down? Baby, I'm not doing that. When I put up a product, it's going to be honest, it's going to be legit. It's not going to have anything connected to it that will give me compromise. No, 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 no. Okay. I just don't believe in it, right? So that's just my 2 cents right there. So um so be careful, y'all. If you do go this route, right? Just be mindful, be careful. Don't self-sabotage yourself. And I just don't want that for anybody. Just you gotta be original these days, right? There's Please don't lose sight of that, right? I want us to still get on this, keep on to stay. Honestly, if you never left, then you staying. But to just stay on this path of originality. Being original is the flex, baby. Like that was never my thing. So I say all that to say, what is my thing is learning. And my apartment is gonna look super dark here soon, y'all. I might just turn my lamp on to like the highest setting, but I don't have any other lights on. So anyway, but what is my thing is the fact that I just want to create something with my own two hands, my own ideas, and let that work for me because my track record says I can do that, right? I look at YouTube as being number one, God gave me YouTube, right? Meaning God has blessed me to be successful on YouTube. I always account him, the big man, for my YouTube success, right? Now I might have pressed the button and I kept doing the content, but I can't control what happens after I release a video. So when I say that, I'm like, God is the mastermind behind my YouTube success. So I make sure I'm always like, hold on, this is why I'm here. Also, I am blessed with creativity. So therefore, I need to exercise this muscle. I remember, if you guys know, and I'm sure you guys seem like the people that like certain shows like me. So when it comes to like Scandal, how to get away with murder, Shonda Rhimes is that girl, right? So if you love some Shonda Rhimes, let me know. But Shonda Rhimes had an interview post on TikTok I watched, and she was just like, someone had asked her basically, how is she so successful? And she said that she literally writes something every day. That could be a sentence, a word, or whatever. She says she writes every single day. And even though I feel like intrinsically I knew this, but it took Shonda Rhimes to be like, creativity is a muscle, which means you need to strengthen it every day. Before I got on live, I actually pulled up one of the digital products I really want to learn how to make because I'm not that familiar with this style. So I have to learn, right? So I'm going to get there. But at the beginning stages, it's like I have to watch a video first and then try to recreate that, right? And this is why I'm happy that platforms like YouTube exist because I can learn something to also make for myself in my shop to sell for people that make it use for them too. So it's like, even though I'm dog tired, right? I'm really tired. It's been a long week. Even though we on Thursday, I know we got one more day, but just circling back to, I'm working a full time demanding job. So yeah, by the time I clock out, sometimes y'all I ain't got it. Okay, I don't have it. but I can't let that be an excuse. So I sat here about 30 minutes before I got on live to start creating this digital product. Even if that means I don't touch it until tomorrow, I will at least start because I'm starting the process, right? So I say that to say creativity is a muscle. And I have to remind myself of that all the time. So even if it's just working on something for 30 minutes every day, the compound effect, it's going to build itself to where I'm going to be done with it. Then I can recreate it and learn, right? Because now I'm working in Google Sheets. I'm not that savvy with like Excel and Google Sheets. So yeah, when it comes to formulas and functions, the girl feels like she's in math class all over again. So for me, it is a muscle I have to strengthen because I don't gravitate just naturally to like numbers. Like I can learn a formula, like let's be for real. But as far as like understanding how Google Sheets work and Excel, because you guys know those are like one of the same products, right? Formulas and functions. The other night I sat here, I kid you not, my notebook is on my table back there, but I sat here the other night, you guys, and I pulled up a video just to break down the basics of functions and formulas. And I had never done that before. But at a certain point, when it's time for you to really learn a new skill and honestly get to the next level, you're going to have to really sit there and relearn some stuff. I'm always going to be a student. No matter what type of content I put out, whether it's educational, entertainment, I myself will always be a student. So I am not exempt, right, from learning. So I just had to sit there. I watched 2 videos this week that helped me create and, just kind of confirm that I want to make this digital product. And honestly, once I start making it, you guys, it didn't take me a long time. So I'm sitting here like the thought of thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be sitting here for hours and hours making this product. It's going to take me forever. Child, this took me about 7 minutes. Now, mind you, I still got to put some bells and whistles on it. But I'm like, 7 minutes. Now, let me tell y'all this. The product I'm making, it's like a dynamic product. So it's going to have some like conditional logic. Like I said, formulas really play a key factor in how this is going to be successful. But once I finish this and I sell it, guess what? Now I have those skills to make another product like this or another version like this that took me 7 minutes. So the point I'm getting at, you guys, is that I myself still struggle with time and how much time it's going to take me to do something. And sometimes, just if I could be candid, I like to be real with y'all. Sometimes that's what stops me. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like sometimes, like the thought of like, man, this gonna take me forever to do it is the reason why I don't start. Crazy, crazy. I'm trying to break that. But I had to just sit here and be like, Alex, girl, if you just don't follow this video, follow this lady. The video, mind you, the video about 20 minutes. That's not crazy, you guys. We've all been in class before. We've been in 45, 50-minute classes. I can endure 20 minutes of a video, right? I'm in meetings that are an hour long, right? I can endure a 20-minute video. And I think of it, if I can sit here in this client meeting for 30 minutes, I can sit here and watch this, drink some water, eat some popcorn with my notebook for 25. So that's how I think about it now. So I've allowed the thought process of learning something new and how much time it's going to take me stop me from executing. And if you're anything like me, I need you to recognize that it's not going to take you that long when you really do it. You guys are smart. You will do, if you can sit here and be like, oh my gosh, this took me 20 minutes. I'm sorry, 10 minutes when I thought it was going to take me an hour. Then you're going to be like, this whole time, I was the one that's slowing myself up. So I hope that, shed some light, because that's how I feel. I was sitting here like dreading the fact that, oh my gosh, I have to learn something new. Like, I'm kind of tired of learning something new, but it's just a part of the process. I'm going to always be a student. I'm going to always have to learn something in order for me to get to the next level. Right. And that's just what I have to say about that. Yes, me too, Valerie. Sometimes I literally be like, I ain't even started. and I'm already done, right? You know how you be like, man, I ain't even worked yet, but I'm already tired. You say things like that to yourself. So I just wanted to share that, y'all. That was just on my heart. I know I kind of rambled. I was trying to be as structured as I can, but that's that's how I've been feeling. I've stopped myself um on multiple things because I sit here and I overthink. Okay, hello, I'm an overthinker. Thank you. I'm exposing myself. But I sit here and I overthink and I'm just like, baby girl, you need to stop. You need to stop. So sitting here and following along and going through this video because I'm literally following along in this specific type of video so I can recreate this product and also just have other variations because I do believe in again originality. This particular creator is showing us how to do something. I don't want to copy her exact thing. So of course I'm like, okay, how can I make this different now, right? How can I add more things, more layers? How can I make this product more valuable? So that's really what I'm doing, you know. And so once I start filming my, just my standard YouTube content again, I can't wait to share with y'all the testimony because y'all know if you haven't seen my videos before, I want to just put you on to this. It's a like a built-in. It is free for just like the basic version. I'm not trying to push you guys to buy any other subscription. Trust me, I know this. It's a lot of subscriptions going around, but I do want to share with you that there is a plugin called Everbee that I use all the time, and I use for Etsy specifically because that's what I sell on. And the reason why I want to say that is because Everbee has really helped me um, become a better product researcher. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's helped me become better at looking at specific keywords, looking at shedding some light on how to structure my SEO. So that way, when I upload a product, I know how to package it, right? Because the packaging with Etsy and digital products, there is something you don't want to miss with that. So if you guys ever want to look into Everbee, I do mention it in my videos, but you can join that for free, and that helps you start analyzing and assessing data of what products are working well. So with that, I've used that a lot just because I'm like, oh yeah, this is Everbee. I like using it, no problem. And it has shown me what products are really in demand digitally I just want to share with you guys too, if you're thinking about digital products or if you're thinking about learning how to make certain templates, I would focus my energy on products that can be resources. I said this a couple of lives ago too, or maybe the last one, I don't remember, but I know I mentioned it before. A lot of people are not going to school anymore for a lot of reasons, right? Cost, no drive, no ambition, no support. They don't see the need of it, but they still would need some type of knowledge base. And so if you can be that person, that creator, that business owner that creates resources for them that can help them out, shoot, do that. Do that. Like I think that is a really good at this point, this is going to be a good marketing strategy. Marketing people who are not college or just educated. It doesn't have to be college all the time. It could be high school. People who are maybe now just going back for their GED because sometimes life happens that way, right? And that's just the realest thing. So a lot of us can't. A lot of us as just Americans, a lot of us, couldn't afford education or couldn't afford to have education so freely and just have that support, right? Now, I come from a background of educators, so it was basically shoved down my throat, okay? Like, I had to go to school. Now, even though I enjoyed school, it was a part of me that just kind of knew that education was my identity. Like, I just knew I had to be good in school or else, because I damn sure am going to the military. I can tell you that for a fact. It was either college or the military for me. I chose college. So, but I understand as someone who does value education and who enjoys it, it's not for everybody, right? So, with that, if you can pull yourself and be like, man, what can I make for people who are not going to college? What do people need, right? That aren't going to college. So, we can start, talking about that. Okay, y'all, I've been yapping. Have I been missing some comments? Okay, hold on. You said you could hardly sit still. Yeah, I'm the same way, when it comes to sitting still. But sometimes you may have to put yourself in different environments. Like I go to my local library, it's free, there's no distractions. It's like I have to either choose a library or I go to like a bar. I'm not going to be able to focus in a bar. I've tried, just to kind of change my scenery, but I've just gone to the library. I have my noise canceling headphones and I just get to it. So that's just what I do. That's what I be doing. I low key was gonna go today, but I was like, oh nope, it's Thursday. Thursdays are lives, right? So, maybe sometime next week I'll be able to shimmy my way to the library. But that's a really good spot to focus. It's already quiet. You have your headphones on and you just get to work. And believe it or not, I've actually done a lot of good product research in the library in quiet spaces because I work from home. And y'all can kind of see part of my computer. Like this is my 9 to 5 setup. So I'm literally just here, right? And then I'm here. So I'm always just kind of in the same space throughout the day. So going to the library is really helpful. Yes. Yep. Copywriting, all that stuff. Yeah. But that's cool. You're an inventor. See, so you understand, right? You're coming up with ideas, you're inventing, you're creating something. And so again, that's just how I feel about it. Digital products and the future of digital products, I will say, don't skip out on the originality. Okay. And I know that it's so hard. It's so hard when you see people making six figures from something, but I'm just at a point in life where I'm like, you know what? It might take me longer, but I'm not doing what I don't want to do to make the money I know I can make. I'm not doing that. I'm okay with that. At first, it was a challenge because I want to be up here talking about six figures just like everybody else. But for what I know I can do and how I can really make six figures, nah. I'll do what I keep imagining, right? I'll just stick to the rivers and the lakes that I'm used to, in the words of TLC. So that's what I'm gonna do. So what do you guys think about digital products in the future? Um, and again, there's probably some products that shoot, we don't even know that's about to be popping, or we don't even know that can be a digital product. All it takes is just to keep exploring and throwing stuff out there. I'd rather have 50 listings of experiments on Etsy just to have listings versus not trying at all. Shoot, I'm thinking of a whole bunch of stuff. I actually just made, I guess I'm gonna tell y'all one of my products and just for giggles. I made an accomplishment tracker. Yeah, you heard that. An accomplishment tracker. Because I'm just like, there are people who really want to start tracking their goals and tracking their success. And they need something like this. So your girl has made an accomplishment tracker. And I plopped that sucker on Etsy. It's a new listing. I just posted it the other day. But I mean, you never know. I never know what the success can be. I'm just throwing up any and every idea I have because something is bound to stick. Excuse me. I'm just burping, you guys. I'm sorry. But it's exciting because at least it's like I can just put this idea up and I can just kind of be like, okay, I can let the Etsy SEO algorithm do its thing. At least I've gotten this idea out. I'm not sitting on this idea anymore. At least I got it out. So I put that up and I actually put it in a bundle. And so now I'm going to go back and put it in a listing by itself because that's another listing opportunity. And people can just, print that as many times or use that as many times as they want. And they can go ahead and just, hey, like, hey, I accomplished this. I love this. This was cool, right? So stuff like that you can do. So, you know what? I just thought of an idea, you guys. This why. This why y'all my people. Because when I be talking to y'all, I get ideas. And I need ideas. Okay. So let me just do this. But what do you guys think about the future The future of digital products. Let me see what y'all saying. Oh, y'all not saying nothing. Y'all hear me? Y'all listening? I know we lost some people, but it's all right. Like I said, this is recorded, so I ain't worried about it. But the future of digital products is real. So um and it's really exciting once you start to play around with the opportunity of what it can really be. So think about that. Think about that. Think about how you can be successful. I'm the type of person, the way I see things now, and how I really would like to become more financially successful from my creations is the fact that YouTube already is, a really great income source for me. And I'm really, really, really grateful. But now it's like, while my job is getting demanding, while my responsibilities are growing, it's important for me, just speaking for myself and my life, it's important for me to still learn how to generate income with the least amount of effort. And so that's where it takes sometimes, even when I'm tired, even when I merely don't have the mental capacity, right? To maybe sometimes just watch a video. At least if I watch it, that's progress. And, when I have the energy to create it, typically um in the morning times is when I feel like I'm at my peak of being successful. You know how like you have your days, your time of day where you feel like you're the most productive. The morning time is for sure for me, like hands down. And so after the gym, a lot of times I'll go ahead and fix myself breakfast, sit in my kitchen right behind me, and I'm watching a video or I'm writing an idea down because that's when my thoughts are fresh. So the morning times for me is when I feel like I'm creating and I'm accomplishing the most. So, or during the day, like between like 6 and 12. After 12 o'clock, I start to kind of like drift off. But anyway, I just say that to say, when I know that, it's easier for me to create in that window. And so I'm just like, cool. I want to think about some other products and how I can, add value. It's all about the value, the value, the value, right? Just like with YouTube content, what value am I adding for people to sit and watch me? Y'all taking time out of y'all schedules to watch a video or to watch my live. And I appreciate that. So I need to make sure it's valuable. I'm not talking about just BS. Okay. I don't believe in it. That's not what I'm doing. So if I feel like I'm not bringing value, yeah, you might not get a video that week. Now that might just be my opinion, right? I know people just still enjoy to watch, but I still want to make sure I'm like providing some substance, basically. He said, so why am I telling folks before you do the copyright or patent? I had to hold three implement organizers. I'm not sure what you're saying. Um, this is a digital product, so there's ways I can differentiate myself. So, and I can put a commercial license on it. So I don't really see that as being a hurdle. Yes, 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 yes. So you say you want to, Valerie mentioned the approach. So yes, that's really important because just a couple of years ago, I created a digital product shop based off of SVGs. And I even have a video. I have two videos, I think, about SVG files. And I realized that SVGs are super easy to make. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that they're not marketable or profitable. I just feel like there's other products that if I'm willing to put in the work to learn, I can increase my value in my shop. So SVGs, you might see a few of them on my shop because I'm still like, hey, t-shirt designs. People are always looking for just funny things to put on t-shirts just because that is something I can make no problem. But when it comes to something that's more resourceful, a SVG, right? That's something pretty that we're talking about. That's not what the maybe what the my niche and my target audience is looking for. So if I'm coming at it I'm coming at it, from a perspective of like, oh, I want to target professionals who are looking for templates. I want to target people who want to really stay productive, but have like one tool and I don't want to go to and buy 50, 11 notebooks and planners every year. I want to target people who want to work smarter and not harder. So that's really how I'm thinking. And I would like to accredit that my role in my job also helps me think that way. So I'm using the kind of the work ethic I put in my job as a consultant into the products I'm making as a creative entrepreneur. Because there is a hybrid that I'm living, right? So it's like I'm constantly on the computer in these Microsoft Office apps, in these, all these things that I use day to day. So now it's kind of like I really had the aha moment, plus my research. I will say research did help me too. But that's why you have to do research because you could be sitting on the idea, and all it takes is for you to go out and find something, and everything just becomes like, oh my gosh, I finally get it. The light bulb goes off. I had a light bulb moment a couple weeks ago, and I'm sitting here like, oh, I'm calling my friend. I'm like, girl, I just found this. Like, I'm telling her, she's like, you need to make that. So I'm like, in awe of like this whole time I've been sitting on this. All it took was for me to do my research, and now I feel like that's the bridge that's going to help me cross over to being a successful digital product seller. That's it. Now I'm not done with research, and I'm pretty sure I'm about to stumble on a few different ideas because I already have, but I'm collecting this data. I'm collecting this data, right? So, we mentioned that something pretty, yeah, that's going to be cute for a season. Hell, it's about to be, y'all know how people are. They shopping for Halloween in May, right? So they looking for Halloween stuff already. So yeah, cool. You got a cute thing to sell seasonally, but that's gonna fade. I'm thinking evergreen, baby. I'm thinking all year long. I want all year long products. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to sprinkle in seasonal stuff because I feel like that's a nice little, that's how you diversify. But if you want this for real, you're going to have to think about products you can make that's evergreen all year long. That's how I'm thinking of it. So it's like, yes, I need to put my focus in a tunnel vision and just focus on these evergreen, higher ticket digital products. Even if that means I might not know how to make them, that's okay. All it takes is for me to learn it. Once I learn it, I perfect it and I launch it. It's really that simple. Same thing with t-shirts. When I first started making t-shirts, I had no blues clue what I was doing. All it took was a video, me to recreate it, and now I know how to make t-shirts. Like, you know, so I've had to learn to remove the veil of my thought process of like, oh, this gonna take me forever to learn it. So therefore, I'm not even gonna start. No. If I can learn my job, I can learn how to make these digital products. So, the challenge that I feel like a lot of us share is that mental hurdle. That mental hurdle of how am I going to get from point A to point B, right? How am I going to get from I know the idea, but how do I make it? And a lot of times it takes you to sit down and just learn it, right? That's it. I'll tell y'all another thing. Speaking of learning stuff, I know this kind of going off of digital products. I'm gonna circle it back soon, but going off of just editing a YouTube video. Had no idea how to edit. No idea. Once again, at this point, this was a longer video because it was just so many layers in editing. The video was like an hour long. I kid you not. I put my phone on do not disturb. I put my phone in my bedroom. Well, I'm pointing this way. Put my phone in my bedroom just so I can sit there and just have an undivided attention span to edit. So at least the next video I uploaded, I knew what to do. That's the mental strength that we have to have. That's just how I'm just gonna put it. That's something I have to get better at myself, so I'm gonna just put myself on blast because I know my shortcomings. But that's a lot of what stops me. It's like, how am I gonna learn this? Or How long is this going to take me to learn? And not realizing that the process is merely all the same. You have to learn it first. I had to learn it first. Now I can edit no problem. I might need a refresher every now and then, but the basics I know how to cut, reverse, rewind, add music, add color effects. Cool, cool, cool. I know how to do it. But that's the learned behavior, right? That's a learned skill. The same thing with these digital products. So I came from a fear perspective, right? I came from a fear of like, oh my gosh, I have to learn formulas and functions. I'm not that strong in math. I mean, I'm not going to fail. If I have to have a math test, I know what I'm doing. But it's just some things you're just not strong in. Math is not my strong suit. So now when it's coming to something that challenges me, oh, I'm running away from it. Because I'm like, I have to learn formulas. I don't know formulas. I don't know functions. I sat down and I watched a video and hey, now it works. It's starting to make sense. The more I do it, the more it becomes easy. So, this is me rambling, but this is also me trying to motivate and inspire too. Like, I'm motivating and inspiring myself just as much as I am to you guys. And so the future of digital products to me is accessible, and the future is just is constantly growing. Like, when you tap into something and you make something that people can just buy and buy and buy. I saw a digital shop on Etsy, and the motivation was real. This seller had, I believe, under 20 listings. And if you think about it, if you know Etsy, you know that Etsy can be a numbers game, meaning the more listings you have, the more products you sell. Well, this particular seller had, I believe, a total her whatever total number she had was under 50. And to me, that's like, oh, that's nothing. Under 50? You ain't got no, that's not a lot. But her products that she was offering, I was sitting there like, girl. And Etsy puts the little blurb like, oh, 20 people got this in their cart. 20 people do. She had like 5 or 6 listings. 5 or 6, you guys, with 20 people adding this to the cart. When I tell you, I was like, I'm following the breadcrumb, what is the trail of breadcrumbs for success. Okay. So if that means I gotta get back in the lab and learn it, okay. That'll make no difference to me. I want my shop to be like, oh, 20 people are buying this product. Yeah, come on. That means I'm making something that's in demand. Right. So when I saw that, I said, I identified what she was selling, digital products, similar to what I'm learning how to make. I did my research. I learned how to make it, and I'm making it right now. I'm trying to have a really simple formula myself, and also learn how to not overthink it, which is my problem, not y'all's, right? That's something I got to work on. So that's just really it. So, digital products are amazing if you really, really take it seriously, and if you really want to, if you really want to, stand out. So that's it. That's my 2 cents on digital products, y'all. That is it. I'm not gonna hold y'all any longer because I am getting a little tired. My energy levels are a little bit low, and I want to get to bed on time. Like bedtime for me is like 8:30, 9 o'clock now. And I still have to finish up a few more things. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you, lovely people, for joining me. I hope to see you guys next week. And yeah, the replay will be on my channel as always. So love y'all. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace out.